The next thing that I'm going to ask you to do is to open up a Google document template, do some things to it, share it with your teacher, and then be done. The reason I'm going to do this now is because this is something we're going to do a lot in this class. A lot of the assignments are going to be Google Docs, and this is how these are going to work. We're going to go through that process now. Start by clicking on the green button that says Open the Template, and when you do, you should see this template right here. And you should be signed in to Google right now, so you should see your name up here in the top corner. If you don't, then it will ask you to sign in first. And what we're going to do is just start by following directions. Do you see where it says before you start? Well, we're just going to do these three things in order. And please do them along with me. So when you see me do something on this computer, either pause it and do it yourself or do it along with me at the same time. Use the File menu to make a copy of this Google Doc. So right now, this says View Only. It doesn't belong to you. It still belongs to your teacher. So we're going to go File and then make a copy. This copy is going to be your version of it. Now, it's going to ask you to enter a new name, and it says first name, last name. It also says copy of. We're going to get rid of all that. Take out all this, first name, last name, and replace it with your first name, last name. Right now, I am Kolya Suvorin, so here I am, Kolya Suvorin, first name, last name, sample template, then hit OK. And that makes a copy of the document. Technically, if I was to tab over, here's the original one, which is still view only and still belongs to your teacher, and here's the new one, the copy that you just made. Let me zoom in a little bit, make that easier for you to see. And this new one is a little bit different. The third item here, look at the blue share button in the top right corner and notice that you are the owner now. Now, that share button doesn't say share, well, it says share, but it has a lock icon. When I mouse over, it's private only to me. If I was to click on that, I would see that the owner of this document is Kolya Suvorin, is the owner, not your teacher anymore. And that is important because now you own this version of it. So here's the directions for this document. Erase these words and type something random. Just type anything right there. Erase these words too, type something else. This is just for practice. This is how you're going to do assignments in this class. And here's how you turn it in. Next, under Turn It In, click the blue Share button and share it with your teacher. Click on Share and enter your teacher's Gmail address. You'll have to ask your teacher for this. But if you were in my class, and that's what you type, and you're putting can edit right here. And if your teacher says to, then notify via email. You can even make a custom message, or you can just leave that off. It doesn't really matter. Ask your teacher whether they want a notification email. Hit OK, and if you took that off, then it's going to say that. So save, and now you'll see that your teacher is also an editor of this document in addition to you, and you can click on Done. And that's how you turn stuff in this class. And now I want you to ask your teacher if she or he got it. Please raise your hand and ask your teacher if they got the thing you just turned in, and that's how you're going to know if you did this right. It's important to do this now the right way so that later when you're turning in real things for real grades, you actually turn them into your teacher.